Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me.
Yeah.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man.
Yeah.
They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
All right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go, Vikings. I am your host, Mike Sports Vibes. Let's talk about everything we need to talk about in free agency. Vikings are front runners for Kyler Murray. You know, this is the Kyler Murray watch. We're also going to be talking about some news that happened today, some big signings that I want to talk about, and excuse me, Viking players that literally just got released and now they're signed with a division rival. Hint, the Green Bay Packers. Now, I say that last part, I don't listen respectfully. It is what it is. I don't care. We ain't scared of nobody. Hey, listen, Viking fans, stand up, baby. Stand up and be proud. We ain't scared about none of these players that sign with other teams. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen?
That talk.
We about to go in. We about to really talk that talk. Al, we have, all right, so Falcons released quarterback Kirk Cousins. Okay, we already knew about that. All right, let's get to, where should we even start? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on X right now. And I'm going to talk about some recent moves. Hey, I want to kind of go a little bit earlier today and what Adam Schefter is reporting, because there's a couple of moves. All right, let's just start it right here. From Minnesota, this is what Adam Schefter put on X, to Green Bay. Former Vikings defensive tackle Javon Hargrave reached agreement today on a 2-year deal for $23 million, including a $13 million this year with the Packers. Now, I say this, Hargrave, you think going to our rivals going to do something, bro? There's nothing you can do that's going to stop the Minnesota Vikings from beating the brakes off of the Green Bay Packers. You giving them a little bit of knowledge about what we do over here is not going to help the Packers. The Packers are going down in the 2026 NFL season. I say that respectfully with all love. And I'm saying this, Hargrave, your team is going down and you're going down with the team. Let's go, Vikings! I just wanted to get that off my chest. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. I ain't going to sit here and cap. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about, because you could have signed with any team, but you choose the biggest rival to sign with. So I understand you trying to prove that you that guy. You ain't really doing too much with the Minnesota Vikings, but you trying to prove something. Now, we going to see what you can do with the Packers. We going to see. Just believe. Just, I'm going to tell you this right now. You don't got to believe this, but I'm going to tell you right now. When we go to Green Bay, we're going to lay the smack down on your team. When you come to Minnesota, we're going to lay the smack down on your team. The Packers are getting swept in 2026 NFL season. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
And I mean every single word that I am saying out my mouth. I am one of the most delusional Viking fans, but I'm not delusional about this thing right here. Like, I'm not delusional about this. I think we're really going to beat the brakes off the Packers. That's just how I feel every year. But let me see who's in the chat. Let me give some shout outs to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to Daniel in the building. If Kyler comes to Mini, we will have the #1 overall pick, because he's not good. He's trash. That's what he said. Vibes, we in here gang. Salute to everybody. Everybody hit that like button if you in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. And also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. This is the Kyler Murray watch. I would say this, Daniel. I get your frustration, but you got to look at it like this, right? Kyler Murray, if he signs with the Vikings, is on a veteran minimum. That'd be cheaper than any backup quarterback that has a somewhat of a resume. He is a former first-round pick with a lot of talent. I don't know how much he has left when it comes to his athletic ability. We're going to see if he signs with the Minnesota Vikings, but you can't beat that bargain of a price for a quality backup, or he might be a starter. Now, this is the thing. We can't be scared. Well, let me say this. If J.J. McCarthy is scared of a little bit of competition, he shouldn't be the starting quarterback.
Talk that talk.
If J.J. McCarthy is scared of competition, he should not be the quarterback. He should use this as motivation to beat out Kyler Murray. If we was to sign Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy versus Kyler Murray, may the best quarterback win. Now, if we was to say J.J. McCarthy beats him out, this was the best thing for him. He can't be just handed the job because he hasn't played enough games. He hasn't done enough to just be giving the job at this very moment because of the fact that he hasn't played a lot of games. Key word, he hasn't played. Key words, not enough games. I didn't say that it's not. I'm not saying he's not talented. I didn't say that he can't throw. I didn't say that he doesn't have the ability. I said he hasn't played enough games. There's 17 games in a season, and he has only played 10 games in 2 seasons because of injuries. It's not all his fault. I'm not blaming J.J. McCarthy, but at the end of the day, this is a total team sport. You got special teams, you got defense, and you got offense. When your offense, and it's not all J.J. McCarthy's fault, so let me just clarify that. It's the play calling. That's the biggest. I give the most blame to the play calling, and injuries on that offensive line. But at the end of the day, when the head coach's job is on the line, his name is Kevin O'Connell, if you was the head coach, would you put a quarterback that is 23 years old that keeps getting hurt and your job is on the line? Would you have him as the guaranteed starter? Or would you bring in quarterback competition to see if he can take his level to another notch and maybe possibly win this starting job and do his thing in the regular season? Because if your job is on the line, it's a little bit deeper than just being like, all right, he's guaranteed being a starter, knowing he hasn't played more than 10 games. You know what I mean? It's the injuries that, like, I truly believe if he was healthy the whole entire season, guess what? The Vikings would have made the playoffs. But since he wasn't, the Vikings didn't make the playoffs. You see how that works? Listen, the best ability is being available. And I know the counter is Kyler Murray's injury prone too. So we got 2. If we was to sign Kyler Murray, we have 2 injury prone quarterbacks. We'll see what happens. Maybe one could play half the season, the other one play the other half. I don't know. All I know is we need some quarterback competition because we cannot, and I repeat, we cannot go into the 2026 NFL season with just J.J. McCarthy, Max Brosmer, and Carson Wentz. No. We can't do that. Because at the end of the day, we trying to win a Super Bowl. Listen, I can't do it, bro. I can't. I say that respectfully. Now, we'll see what happens. Now, all the people that don't like Kyler Murray and all the people that don't like J.J. McCarthy, let's talk about both sides of the story, right? If J.J. McCarthy beats out Kyler Murray and gets to the playoffs, will you put respect on J.J. McCarthy's name? Or is it something that you just don't like about J.J. McCarthy? Now, let's turn it around. If Kyler Murray comes to the mighty purple and gold, the mighty Minnesota Vikings, and he shows off, and he gets us to the playoffs, and he makes a run, will you show Kyler Murray some respect, or will it be, I don't like him because it should be J.J. McCarthy? Trying to win a Super Bowl. We trying to win a Super Bowl. It shouldn't matter just about the name on the jersey. It matters about the total team. So whether it's J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray, you that's watching me on this screen, I don't care who the quarterback is. As long as he's the best player for the job, that's all that matters to me. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that
We trying to win a
talk.
Super Bowl. This ain't nothing personal. People making this way too personal. Well, we drafted him in the 2024 NFL draft. Why are we giving up? It's not about that. If he was healthy, I don't think we would be even having this conversation. That's how much I like J.J. McCarthy. I'm one of the biggest supporters of J.J. McCarthy, but I refuse to just say, everybody else, listen, if he's hurt and he's not playing the best when he's on the field consistently, because it's about consistency, so the whole team has to fail because we don't have the best player that's playing at quarterback. That goes for any position. That's not just talking about the quarterback. That goes for wide receiver. That goes for defensive tackle. That goes for every position you can name on the football field. Safety, cornerback, linebacker, whatever. We need competition. This is nothing personal. Shout out to T-Bass. Shout out to Chris Brill. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We just want to win a Super Bowl. That's all. Kyler Murray has not signed yet. They're supposed to be like, what I was reading up is they're supposed to be meeting up sometime today. But this is the Kyler Murray Watch Show with your boy Mike Sports Vibes, and we will be going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games as well, ladies and gentlemen. We're going live for primetime games as well, not all but some. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. God bless to everyone. That's the first thing I should have said. God bless to everybody that's on the chat, that's on the live stream with me. I want everybody to understand, I love sports. I just want to put this out here before I really start talking about more about sports. I love sports, right? But, life is more important. Like, I'm talking about life. You get where I'm going with it, right? There's a lot of stuff going on around the whole entire world, and we're not going to get into detail about it, but I know you know what I'm talking about. And I'm only saying all this because I just want y'all to, you know what I mean? Keep God first. Be smart about the moves that you make, especially because it's summer and it's going to be large crowds. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that because I had this feeling. I've been having this feeling for the last few years about what's going on right now in the whole world. But I just want to just put that out there. But keep God first for everybody that's in the building. Like, for real. Keep God first. And, yeah, I'm not going to get into too much more detail about what's on my mind, because I know this is a sports channel, but I just want to put that out there for everybody that's listening. Hopefully you hear where I'm going with it. But let me get to the chat. There's no competition if Kyler comes in. Y'all tripping. I think there will be competition. Why shouldn't there be competition, bro? I'll be taking that apology when you are wrong. TY said it to Rip as well. I'll be waiting. What you mean? What happened? What you mean? Yup, I got myself into it. Keep my locker rooms. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hold on. Let me get to hold on. Before I even get to this, and we want to talk about some other things, but I seen T-Bass in the chat too. Where T-Bass comment at? T-Bass, where your comment at? Because I want to read your comment, bro. T-Bass, hold on. He said, main thing I don't like about J.J. McCarthy is all the unsustainable sustained hype. Oh, the hype around him I had to hear for the last 2 years. Well, the unsustained hype. I think that's what you're saying, because it's unsustained hype. So you're talking about like his play, how he was these last couple years. Well, the first year we know he was hurt because of the meniscus. The second year he had a hairline fracture in his hand. He had a high ankle sprain, and he had a concussion. Some people think that he didn't have a concussion. Some people think he got benched. I don't know. I don't know about him getting benched, but you never know. You really never know, because Kevin O'Connell, if you watch, like, for instance, before Carson Wentz got hurt, before he jacked up his shoulder, the Vikings offense actually looked decent. Like, I'm not even sitting there. Like, I'm not saying it looked, oh my gosh, it was the best offense I have ever seen. No, that's not what I'm saying. But it did look decent, right? And I'm not saying that it's because Carson Wentz is necessarily better than J.J. McCarthy. But what I am saying is Kevin O'Connell has a certain playbook that he wants a quarterback to play. Like, he wants him to play that playbook, not another playbook. He wants him to play his playbook. He doesn't want to adapt to the talent. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. He doesn't want to adapt to J.J. McCarthy and what he does best. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. Let me look at T.Y.'s comment. I did see T.Y. Packers fan here. Thank you for you welcome, brother. You welcome. And you can keep Hargrave, and we're going to beat the brakes off you. Hey, listen, bro. Let me talk that talk real quick. Hold on now. Since a Packer fan want to talk all that talk. Hey, Packer fan, when we see you, we're going to beat the brakes off your team. I just want to just say that real quick. What happened to T.Y.'s comment? I'm looking for everybody's comment. I'm not trying to skip everybody, but open season for the Eagles. I can get you in. No, I'm not, never. I'm always going to be a Minnesota Viking fan regardless, bro. I'm always going to be a Minnesota Viking fan. There's nothing that anybody can do to persuade me to be any other fan but a Viking fan. I'm done with Kevin O'Connell. Hey, listen, bro, you're not the only one. You're definitely not the only one, Daniel. I've been kind of coming at this man because I just feel like he's not the guy, but I hope he proves me wrong. I want accountability for Kevin. Yep, that's true. But my question to you, Daniel, if Kyler Murray was to come in and he wins the job, and he gets us to the playoffs, would you be happy? Or is it just, I just want to see J.J. McCarthy, and even if we're successful as a team, it doesn't matter. What matters to you the most? Success of the team or just success for one player? Because football is the ultimate team sport. The ultimate team sport. So that's my question. If Kyler Murray was to win the job, like he earned the job by winning the job, right? And we get to the playoffs and we actually do some damage and we might even get to the Super Bowl. Hey, listen, who knows? How would you feel about that? I have no allegiance to any player. Facts, bro. That's how I feel too, bro. Our O-line won't let Murray throw or J.J. McCarthy. I don't think our O-line is as bad, though. Let me tell you why our O-line was so bad. Play calling, and it was hurt. I feel like, and this is me being super optimistic as a delusional Viking fan that I claim to be. If Christian Darrisaw is completely healthy and Brian O'Neill's completely healthy and Donovan Jackson is completely healthy, we have to replace one player, and that's the center position. That's Ryan Kelly. If we can get a Jake Slaughter in this draft, I think we'll be good. There's a couple of other Sam Hitch. I forgot what his I think I pronounced his last name correctly, but if we get a good draft pick in a center, probably like in the third round, and he starts, I think we'll be fine, man. I don't think our offensive line is as bad, but play calling really made it worse than what it was. It was injuries and play calling. As long as you take Packers fans, all is good, man. Yeah, shout out to you, bro. I agree. We are family, weather. Yeah, it's all love at the end of the day, bro. Football brings everyone together, not separate us. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I truly believe that. I said last year that the Vikings can not first, they will not be. Oh, stop it. You said it, Kevin O'Connell's job. Yeah, this is Kevin O'Connell's job to lose. It's your channel. You can talk about. I know. But I try not to talk. Matter of fact, I love this comment. Hold on.
Talk that talk.
I love this comment. And you know what? I'm going to start doing a little bit of a mix-up on this channel. I know people might not like it, but I got to speak my mind because I got to be myself. But you're so right. I don't even got a counter to what you just said. Can you tell me this? How good is Javon Hargrave from a Vikings fan standpoint? Everybody that's a Viking fan in the chat, let them know. Let them know. I would say I was expecting a little bit more from Hargrave last season, but at the end of the day, bro, he's decent. He's not like I don't know, man. He's decent. Maybe in another system he might be better. I'm not sure if your defense is 4-3 or 3-4. I don't know. But I think he's decent. He not like what he was back in the day. I think he's a Pro Bowler. He's not that guy anymore, but he's decent. I'll say that. I'll be nice. I'll say he's decent. He's gonna make some plays for you, but it's gonna be it's gonna be like every 3 games he might make a play or something. It's not gonna be like every single game. You know what I mean? People were reporting his stats from practice. He played. Oh my gosh, bro! You know what's so crazy and what you saying? Excuse me, y'all. And this is not me hating on JJ McCarthy. This is me being delusional because I love the Vikings so much. I remember in training camp, there was a portion where there's somebody that put out that JJ McCarthy was like 17 or 17 in training camp. And they were like, oh, he looks so good and this and that. He ain't missed one guy. And I'm like, all right, I'm hyped. I'm loving what I'm hearing. And it's just like training camp ain't everything, bro. Like, I gotta say that, man. Training camp, I put more value on preseason than training camp. That tells you a lot right there. Because at least in preseason, you got dudes trying to fight for their job. You know what I mean? And you might get some first stringers on the opposing team for just a few plays at least. Or in second stringers and third stringers. When it's training camp, man, they're not going all out, all like that, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. But let me get to some of the news. I ain't get to no news. I just been yapping. 76ers without their starters. Yes, bro. Cameron Payne was amazing, bro. Career high, bro. Amazing. Hearing all that crap that from that Thor guy. Oh my gosh, bro. I was listening to him. This is no disrespect to him, but I think he's to the point where he like no matter what, JJ McCarthy can do no wrong. Listen, I like JJ McCarthy, but I gotta keep it real. He's not staying healthy enough for us to make a run. Like, let's keep it real as Viking fans. Like, and I know, and people keep using age. Well, he's young. That's what makes it worse. He's young and he keeps getting hurt. Like, I could understand if you in your 30s or something like that. He in his 20s, bro. He 23. We just seen a 23-year-old get to the dang old Super Bowl. And Drake May, and people was coming at my neck. Drake May's a bust. He ain't no good. You don't know nothing about football. Drake May's going to be the biggest bust in the 2024 NFL draft. Everybody was coming at my neck about it. But he's 23 years old just as much as JJ McCarthy. The thing about it is Drake May staying healthy, though. I don't think he missed games because of injury. He missed games because last season, I'm talking about specifically, because they was just, they weren't that good. I don't know. I don't think it was because of injuries. Eagles have a quarterback problem for real because Hurts falling off. Nah, y'all got to keep Hurts, bro. Shout out to everybody in the building. Everybody in the building. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button, everybody, and hit the subscribe button. This is the Kyler Murray watch party. Let's go. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. And we're also going live for many primetime games as well. Let's get to some of the news, right? Because I talked about the Hargrave. Let's talk about some other moves that happened throughout today. All right, so former Browns first-round pick offensive tackle Jedrick Willis Jr. is signing a 1-year deal with the Chicago Bears. Okay. Another move. Oh. All right, so former Jets wide receiver John Mitchie is signing a 1-year deal with the Carolina Panthers. Adam Schefter reports. What else is going on? Let's read some other deals. All right, another big move. Former Dolphins defensive end Bradley Chubb reached agreement on a 3-year, $43.5 million deal worth up to $52.5 million. That includes $29 million guaranteed with the Buffalo Bills. That's a big deal. Y'all know how I feel about Josh Allen. Like, the Bills ain't my second team because I only got one team. I'm a Viking fan, right? But I really cheer for certain players. Like Josh Allen, one of my favorite players in the game. Those who know. I like Josh Allen a lot. And the one thing about Josh Allen, I know people are going to say, oh, he chokes. He got to work on the turnovers. I ain't going to sit here and cap. I'm not making excuses for the man.
but the man hasn't had a number one wide receiver in a long time, and he also hasn't had a defense. So this might really help him. This should definitely help him. Bradley Chubb should definitely help that defense. Now let's get to some more news.
Adam Schefter, the legend, reports. Source: Falcons officially have released quarterback Kirk Cousins, Captain Kirk First Cousins, after 2 seasons, and he will become a free agent today. Cousins already is owed $10 million from the Falcons for this upcoming season. Goshly. Imagine being owed $10 million before you played 1 snap in 2026 NFL season. I like the fact they said is owed. I love that. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at Kirk Cousins. Money, 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 money. I cheer for players to get their money, so I don't got no hate or dislike for Kirk Cousins. Wish him nothing but the best. Some more news. Kyler Murray, this is not breaking news. Y'all already know. This is not breaking news. You already know. The Arizona Cardinals officially have released quarterback Kyler Murray. With Murray now free, the Minnesota Vikings are considered overwhelming favorite to sign him. In the words of one source, I'd be shocked if he's not a Viking. Oh, hold on, my goodness. Oh, what did he say? I'd be shocked if he's not a Viking. Oh, my goodness. Adam Schefter is talking that talk and walking that walk. Gosh, Lee, this is happening. This happened a few hours ago. All right. We got some more, some more deals that happened a little earlier today. Let's talk about him. Adam Schefter is putting in that work. The 49ers and tight end Jake Tongs, if I jacked up his name, my bad. Excuse me. Agreed to a new deal just before a restricted free agent tender deadline. It's a 2-year contract for $8 million, including $5.5 million guaranteed per agent Steve. Sorry, it looks like that's his name. All right, what's another thing that popped up? And I'm going to get to some other news. I want to talk about Jonathan Greenard and the Eagles and all that other stuff. All right, so we got former co-safety Nick Cross reached agreement today with the Washington Commanders. What's another news today, everybody? Former Patriots Jalen Hawkins reached agreement today on a 2-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens. Hey, listen, the Baltimore Ravens trying to build, bro. Hey, listen, by the way, that Max Crosby trade that did not happen, that was voided, I think that both teams won because I think Max Crosby is a dog. I got a lot of respect for Max Crosby, high motor, one of the best pass rushers in the game. But the Ravens changed their mind. That's what it really came down to. I don't think it was because he didn't pass the physical. I think they changed their mind because if you think about it, right, you're going to give up 2 first-round picks, and you're going to take the remainder of his contract, which is like 3-year, 90 or 100 mil or whatever it is, right? When you can just sign Trey Hendrickson, which is debatably better than Crosby, just sign him and keep your first-round pick. So even if Trey Hendrickson gets hurt or something like that, listen, you still got your first-round picks. Now, if Max Crosby, because Max Crosby's coming off a meniscus tear. Now, if Max Crosby gets hurt, you gave up 2 first-round picks on top of that. Yes, you can build throughout the draft. I said it in my last live stream. But why would I give up 2 first-round picks for someone that is coming off a meniscus tear and you don't know if this man's going to be Max Crosby? What week is he going to be Max Crosby? I think he's going to be fully recovered, but what week is he going to be the guy that I could depend on every Sunday? It's going to take him a while. Them meniscus tears, I don't care how small it is. Those things ain't that easy to come back from. And I'm talking from experience. I tore my meniscus in my right knee, to be exact. And I'm not a football player, but I did tear it playing football. But I played through it like a dummy, and it got worse and worse and worse. And it got to the point where I had to move my kneecap a certain way so I can walk and jog and run. But I was stupid because I let it get too bad. And it was so swollen. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I was, I guess, trying to be tough and not realizing that I'm messing my dang on knee up because it's getting worse. But and it got so bad that they had
They had to drain the dang on what was it, pus, or it was so swollen, bro. They had to drain it all out. It was crazy. But anyway, I know y'all don't want to hear that. My bad. Too much information. My bad. Stop the cat, Mike. Stop the cat.
The cat.
But yeah,
Really?
that
Stop
deal,
the cat.
that deal had to been voided because it doesn't make sense to give up 2 first-round picks. Plus the Raiders are not even going to pay the rest, not even a little bit of the contract. It's like, what are y'all doing? So somebody high up, I don't care what the Ravens say. Somebody in high up said, bro, you better not do this. You better find a way to avoid this because we could just go sign Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson, when y'all get a chance, look, if you don't know who Trey Hendrickson is, look him up. He's one of the best pass rushers in the game. He had back-to-back 16.5 seasons a couple years ago. Yes, he's coming off an injury like Max Crosby, but I don't think it's not as serious possibly than Max Crosby's injury. And again, you're not giving up 2 first-round picks because he already is a free agent. So you get where I'm going with it. All right, now let's get to all right. This happened earlier. Sorry about that. And I already talked about it already. I have a short that's out. Aaron Jones restructured his deal with the Vikings for $5.5 million, including $5 million guaranteed per sources for the 2026 NFL season. I just want to just talk about this real quick. I'm gonna get to the chat shortly, but I want to just give you my opinion. I don't think this is a move to make Aaron Jones the number 1 running back. Maybe the number 2 or maybe the number 3. I think they still should draft a running back, whether it's in the 2nd or 3rd round. The best, like, go get you the next Dalvin Cook. Go get you the next Adrian Peterson. Go get your guy, right? And have him number 1. But just to think about it, right? Just think about it for a second, Viking fans. If Kevin O'Connell changes his offense and we run the ball more, I'm not saying we have to run the ball exactly 50-50. It could be 60-40, but just make sure you establish the run somewhat, right? Just think about it like this. Say you draft, hypothetically speaking, I'm just going to say it, but we're not going to get this guy, I don't think. Jeremiah Love. Say you draft him. Say he dropped the number 18, we draft him or whatever, right? So you have him as number 1, and then you have Jordan Addison as number 2, and Aaron Jones as number 2, and Jordan Mason number 3 or whatever. But just think about that running back group. That is amazing. You get what I'm saying? Having an Aaron Jones is not a bad thing. Having a Jordan Mason is not a bad thing. If Aaron Jones is healthy, he's pretty good. He's pretty solid, right? He's not the best, but he's not bad, right? He got to stay healthy, though. So having him at running back 2 or 3, that's a good look for me. You know what I mean? He's only getting $5.5 million next season for 2026. He took a pay cut to stay with the Vikings. I like it. That shows that he really wants to win with this team. Now, let's get to some other news. I'm going to get to the chat real shortly. I wanted to talk about, where are we going to go with this? We're going to talk about, where should we start? Should we start with Harrison Smith? Let's talk about Harrison Smith. Before I do that, let me get to the chat real quick. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all. Make sure you hit the like button and definitely hit the subscribe button if you're feeling the vibes. I truly appreciate it. And plus, it just helps the channel out. It really does. Good vibes over here. All right, so let's start with Harrison Smith, right? Should we start with Harrison Smith or should we go Jonathan Greenard? I don't know. This is tough. All right, let's start with Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith, what does the article say? So this is written by Adam Patrick. So Vikings cut Harrison Smith, but one huge question still remains. What is the question, you ask? So this is what he said. On Wednesday, the Minnesota Vikings made the decision to release longtime safety Harrison Smith. And at first glance, this move would seem to clear a path for the future Hall of Famer to retire. But Smith's release isn't just a normal expiring contract departure. Instead, the Minnesota Vikings, the mighty Minnesota Vikings, designated his release as a post-June 1st exit, meaning they won't receive any salary cap relief from the transaction until after June 1st. Now, let's get into a little bit more detail, right? Without this designation, the release would cost Minnesota $6.3 million in current cap space, according to overthecap.com. But now $1.3 million will come off the books for the Vikings after June 1st, and another $6 million in spending money will be created after the 2026 season. Now, let's get to the good stuff right here. Harrison Smith has not decided to retire, right? So despite him being released on Wednesday, apparently hasn't made a decision on NFL future yet. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what they're saying. The post-June 1st designation will reportedly give the veteran safety more time to figure out if he wants to keep playing. And if he does, the Vikings, and I quote by the Athletics' Alec Lewis, this is an I quote, would welcome the Vikings, and I quote, will welcome his return back to the Minnesota Vikings. Let's go, baby. Let's go to the bowl, baby. But even if he does return, we have to go get a safety in the draft. I say that respectfully. I had to just get that off my chest real quick. Now, let me go to the next news, and I'm going to get right back to the comments very shortly. Very shortly. All right, so let's talk about Jonathan Greenard. Now, there's multiple reports that the Eagles are pursuing Jonathan Greenard after they missed out on Trey Hendrickson. And I don't know if they was looking at Max Crosby. They might be scared to go after Max Crosby after what just happened. So they're trying to go after Jonathan Greenard. Before I even read this article, right, and it's written by Malik Brown. I always like to give everybody credit. Before I even read this article, I'm going to just give you my opinion about Jonathan Greenard. I think Jonathan Greenard is a pretty darn good pass rusher. He's not on the level of like a top 5 pass rusher. He's not, maybe he could be a fringe top 12, 13. I don't know, maybe top 10 to some people. He did have, he can get you double-digit sacks. He's a straight-up dog. I like him. He didn't finish the play last year. I don't know what happened. He was injured. He couldn't finish the tackle. He got to the quarterback, but it's not just about getting to the quarterback. It's about bringing the quarterback on the ground. I don't know what the heck was happening. Every quarterback was breaking his tackle. I don't know what the heck, or they was just juking him out his cleats. It was bad, right? But he gets to the quarterback. I don't know what it is. He gets to the quarterback real easily. He just got to finish it. But he did have multiple seasons with double-digit sacks. He is a dog. He is one of the best pass rushers in the game. If the Minnesota Vikings are going to trade with the Eagles, I feel like they should, at the very least, get a second-round pick. I would try my hardest to get their first round. But if they can't get their first round, get a second and try to get a fourth or something like that. But like I said again, I would try my hardest. If you want a Pro Bowl pass rusher in Jonathan Greenard, the Vikings need to go get a first-round pick. If they get a first-round pick for Jonathan Greenard, Rob Brzezinski, you are the GM for the job, bro. Real talk, bro. You're making some moves. This will be a great deal because I like Jonathan Greenard. Don't get it twisted. But at the same time, when you want more money, which is okay to want more money, the Vikings don't got the money to give you, my brother. I say that respectfully. I always go with the player when it comes to their contracts and their money. I always go with the player because these billionaire owners, as soon as these players get hurt, they let them go. So my mindset is like, yo, if you a player, go get your bag. Go get that bag of money. I ain't counting nobody's pockets. If he feels like he deserves a raise, so be it. But the Vikings don't got the bread for you, bro. So we're going to have to trade you. Now, let's get to the article, and I'm going to get to the comments after I'm done reading this article real quick. Now, and this is just speculation. We don't know how true this is, but I think it might be true. The Philadelphia Eagles, because rumors, there's truth in rumors. I just want to put that out there when it comes to these NFL. Right now, there's truth in rumors. Everything you hear, I wouldn't necessarily believe everything you hear, but there's truth, again, in rumors. The Philadelphia Eagles are always going to find themselves in conversations for top players. I love it. General Manager Howie Roseman, excuse me, has never been scared of making a deal. That's a fact. With Trey Hendrickson signing with the Ravens, that's one less person the Eagles can pursue to help improve their roster. Give us a first, Eagles. Give us a first. That's led them to look into the trade market, and Jonathan Greenard is the latest player who they've shown interest in. Ooh, according to Diana Rozzini, if I jacked her name up, my bad, of The Athletic. Now, this is, I quote by her, I'm assuming, right? The Eagles continue to inquire about Vikings Jonathan Greenard and remain in contact with his agent about potential extension if a deal were to be struck, sources say. Philly is also keeping tabs on free agent pass rusher market after missing out on Trey Hendrickson. Okay. So I love that the Vikings, I'm not loving Jonathan Greenard wanting to go because he wants the bag, but listen, I hope he gets the bag, but just not from the Vikings. And I hope we can get a first or a second, period. Give me a first or a second. You know what I mean? If we get a first, I'll be ecstatic. If we get a second, I'm cool. I like that as well. I'm good with that. It better not be for no third. It better not be for no fourth. And listen, either a first and first or a second. If you give us a second, I want some more chicken on top of that. Yeah, I want the drumstick. Plus, I want the wing. You know what I'm saying? I want the thigh. I want the whole chicken. So you're gonna have to give me the second round pick, and I want my dang on third or fourth round pick. That's all I'm saying. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen?
Talk that.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
Hey, listen, that's how I feel, bruh. That's how I feel. All right, what else news is going on around everybody? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, by the way. Hit that like button, y'all. Get the likes up, y'all. Show my brother some love. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say, sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us. And I truly feel that way. There's a lot of evil going on around the whole entire world. I want people to be able to rock with your boy and just join this YouTube family and talk that talk. It's okay to agree to disagree with somebody in the comments. Just keep it respectful. We're also going live for primetime games. So if you're not a Viking fan, you're definitely welcome. But what I will say is this. We might go live for your game. When we play your team, we're going live and we're going to beat the brakes off your team. I say that respectfully, so don't get in your feelings. Every team that the Vikings go against this season, we will beat the brakes off them. We going 17-0. We win in the dang old Super Bowl, and we'll see what. Sorry, no, we ain't going 17-0, but I know we gonna look good. Hey, listen, we gonna look good at. Hey, listen, we gonna look good at least. We might not go 17-0. I don't even want to go 17-0 just because it's the pressure. Oh, you go 17-0, and then you lose in the playoffs. Like, no. Listen, I'll take a couple L's. I don't want that many L's, but I don't want to go 17-0 just because of the pressure. Remember, when's the last time a team did that? I think it was the Dolphins back in the day, and then the Patriots. And the Patriots lost to the Giants in the dang on Super Bowl when they had the great Randy Moss. I was actually cheering for the dang on Patriots that year because of Randy Moss, but they couldn't get the job done because that defensive line of the Giants was on another level. Justin Tuck and Michael Strahan and the guys. I don't know what the heck. They went Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. Listen, I don't know what the heck that defensive line got into. They said, y'all, you ain't doing nothing. I don't care that you got Randy Moss. I don't care that you're probably in most people's eyes the greatest quarterback of all time. You're not getting that much time in the pocket, my guy. I love it. That's why I love pass rush. Like, defense wins championships, y'all. I love having a good quarterback. But I need my defense. I need my pass rush. I need my defensive end. I need my defensive tackle. I need my trenches to be on point. Because even though, say for instance, because Tom Brady has some good offensive lines. We all know this. Even with that good offensive line, they cannot match up with that dang on pass rush. Let's keep it real, y'all.
Talk.
Hey, listen.
talk.
You got a Pro Bowl offensive lineman, and they was getting cooked all game. But let's get to more information today. Well, let's see what Adam Schefter is reporting. We're going to get to the rest of the chat. I'm going to catch up in the chat. Hold on now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Shout out to Meek Mills. All right, listen, y'all. Adam Schefter, 3 minutes ago. All right, now I'm going to jack up his name, but I'm going to try to say his name. All right, so hold on. Dallas Cowboys. Hold on, let me see. So, all right, let me see. Trying to get to the count. All right, so Adam Schefter, another trade. Dallas is sending a defensive lineman, Solomon Thomas, in a 7th round pick to the Titans in exchange for another 7th round pick. Okay, that's not really. That's not that much. That's not that interesting. All right, what's the news of the? All right, so the Titans are all right, Thomas. Okay, another trade. Dallas. Okay, I read that. What is another big trade, man? Or more about Dallas Cowboys trading defensive tackle Asa Adigwa. Hey, I jacked his name up, y'all. Don't laugh at me. What's his name? Defensive tackle Osa Adigwa. If I jacked his name up, I don't mean that in no disrespect, my guy. Shout out to you. God bless to you and your family. To the San Francisco 49ers and defensive Solomon Thomas and a 7th round pick. Okay, I see. That's the full deal right there. What is another big move? Is there any other big moves that happened today? What about Kyler Murray? Is there anything that happened with Kyler Murray? All right, so Chris Rodriguez Jr. deal with Jacksonville is a 2 years and $10 million with a max value of $12 million with $6.2 million fully guaranteed via agent Michael Perret. Rodriguez reunites with his college coach, Liam. Okay, cool. All right. So the Jags have agreed to 2 years with running back Chris Rodriguez. Okay. All right, what else is going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? All right, I think that's all the news. There's nothing else that I see, but let's get to the comments now. I'm going to get to the comments. Hopefully everybody's having fun. Everybody that's in the building right now, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We go live. I'm not making this up, y'all. We go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I say this, sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. I really mean that. I hope everybody that's watching this live stream understands that I mean that. I hope that everybody feels what I'm saying. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly mean that. Also, we will be going live for primetime games as well. All right, so let's get to the comments. Drake May was sacked a lot in the playoffs and Pro Hunt in the Super Bowl. That's fact. And he was fighting through it, though. JJ and May. All right, let me catch up in the comments. I'm way behind in the comments. I pray for all the Jets fans. What up, George? What's up, everybody? Kyler Murray watch party. Now a Josh Allen here is IB all for reads defense fast. Can read able to seek over the center. He throws over the middle. Got all the touch. IB down. We're not getting no Josh. But I'm 100% with you, bro. You want to know something that's crazy? Prior to Josh Allen signing with the Buffalo Bills, I was one of the people saying I'll give up 3 first-round picks for him. I'll give up 2 first-round picks, no hesitation. People were telling me that's too much to give up for him. I said, why is that? Why is giving up all these picks for a guy that you know that can really play? Like, you know Josh Allen's one of them guys. Y'all think it's too much to give up 3 first-round picks for Josh Allen? I would do that right now. I would give up this year's first, next year's first, and 2028 first for Josh Allen right now, if I could. We still got 2nd-round picks, y'all. We still got 3rd-round picks. We might even get a 1st-round pick by trading Jonathan Greenard. I'm just saying, y'all. I'll do it. That's how much respect I have for Josh Allen. Yes, if you put a large amount of money in front of my face, I would take it. Yeah, get that bag, bro. I ain't mad at Kirk Cousins getting that bag, bro. Any player getting that bag. We're going to have the #1 pick next year. Let's go. We might. I doubt it. You want to know why I don't think we're going to have the #1 pick? Because our defense is too good. Crosby was injured, and they tried to pull a fast one. The Raiders should be fine. They tried.
They tried. This happens all the time in sports. If Murray was he'd be in underwater. Oh man. No, I'm okay with the Harry Love him so much. Watch need to him coach for the year. All right, I'm catching up in the chat, y'all. So who you choose, Peter Woods or Oregon safety? I'm going. Oh my gosh, that's so hard. I'm gonna keep it real, and I actually could do a mock draft if y'all want me to. I was thinking, right? I'm about the trenches, bro. Like we struggle stopping the run. Because I think when we lost Harrison Phillips, I think that was a big mistake by Kwesi. I need that defensive tackle that can stop that run and maybe bring some pressure as well in the middle. So I'm going defensive tackle, to be honest with you. I'm going defensive tackle. That's just my honest opinion. You know what I mean? Thanks for Hargrave. We appreciate. Yeah, you welcome, my brother. Oh, thank you, bro. Thanks for the good vibes, Mike. No, thank you for rocking with me. Thoughts on Kyler long-term future in Minnesota? We don't know if he's coming to Minnesota. But my thoughts is, man, he got to beat out J.J. McCarthy, and we'll see what happens. You feel me? Like, I ain't going to give the job to him just because we signed him. He going to have to earn it, just like J.J. McCarthy, bro. Like, they both injury-prone. You know what I mean? One's a little bit older than the other, but they both injury-prone. They both keep getting hurt. And they, you know what I mean? Kyler Murray been in the NFL a little bit longer, so he has a little bit more experience, but I'm not giving him the job automatically. But we're going to see what happens. Would you do the same 3 first rounders for Joe Burrow? I'll probably do 2 in like a second because I think Josh Allen's a better quarterback. That's just my opinion. I'm not hating on Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow, but I got Josh Allen. Josh Allen, to me, is probably like the second best quarterback in the game, or the first to some people. I got Patrick Mahomes as the best quarterback. And then I got Josh Allen like a close second. And sometimes I'll be thinking that he the best, to be honest with you, Josh Allen. But I think Joe Burrow's up there as well. So, I mean, Lamar Jackson's up there too. There's a lot of good quarterbacks, man. Those are the 4 elites. When Lamar Jackson is healthy, he's definitely up there. Patrick Mahomes, you know, you could hate Patrick Mahomes, but most of the time people that don't like Patrick is because he's so good. It was kind of like Tom Brady. Like, oh, I don't like Tom because he's really good. That's pretty much what it is, right? Josh Allen, I just want that man to get a Super Bowl before he retires. Lamar Jackson, I wouldn't mind seeing him get a Super Bowl. I wouldn't mind seeing Joe, you know what I mean? I'm more of a supporter of Josh Allen. I would like to see him get a Super Bowl more than any of the other quarterbacks, to be honest with you, besides my quarterback. But I want us to get our first Super Bowl before Josh Allen gets his Super Bowl. That's all I'm going to say. Bam scored 80. Yes, Bam scored 83 points. He was amazing. Bam was doing his thing. He was doing his thing. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Kyler Murray, watch. J.J. McCarthy got to play 17 games this year, or we trade him. That could be a possibility. Let me look at something real quick, because I don't know if the news came out. So let me look it up for myself. Let's look up Kyler Murray. Is there any more speculation on Kyler Murray? Ladies and gentlemen, is there any more speculation on Kyler Murray? This is the Kyler Murray watch. I'm not sure what's happening. There's nothing happening right now. There's some breaking news that's about to happen. Let's see if it happens. Bears rival is closing in on former $230 million quarterback talent. Okay. That sounds like the Vikings may get Kyler Murray. Let's see what happens. Murray, who signed a 5-year extension, $230.5 million back in 2022. Gosh, I didn't even know Kyler Murray got that much money on that deal. Gosh, Lee, bro. With today's start of the new league. Okay. So Bears are getting scared of Kyler Murray coming to the Vikings. We'll see if that happens. We see what that happens. All right, so Tom Pelissero reports the Vikings plan to make a push for Kyler Murray and the favorite to land former #1 overall pick. Sources tell me in Rap Sheet. Finally released today. All right, I read all that. Okay, nothing new. They're just repeating themselves on another article. They literally are saying the same thing I said probably about 30 minutes ago. So they're not saying anything new. So right now, this is still the watch party. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the like button, everybody. Also, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going to be going live for primetime games. If you like good energy, this is the place to be. If you like someone that talks that talk, and even if you're not a Viking fan, you got a question about your team, I would not mind answering the question. I don't know everything about everybody's team, but I'll do some research and we can talk about it. It ain't, you know what I mean? I love it. And this is part of the reason why I'm going to start going live on for primetime games, because I want to learn everybody's team. Not every little thing, but at the same time, it's cool to, for instance, I started doing it this past season. I've seen so many great games, especially the 49er games. Oh my gosh, the 49er games are one of the most entertaining. The 49ers are one of the most entertaining teams to watch from a Viking fan opinion. The 49ers, I got so much respect for their organization. I'm going to tell you why. All right, Kyle Shanahan, he has a way of adapting to what his talent is. All right, let's talk about the latest L for the 49ers. They took an L in the playoffs, but it was also a win in my eyes. No. They took an L. No, the 49ers took an L to the Seahawks, right? Yeah, they beat the Eagles. All right, so they beat the Eagles in the first game in the playoffs. They went into Philly and beat them, and George Kittle, I think, tore his ACL. What did Kyle do? He started throwing to his fullback. I forgot his name. I think it's Kyle something. I forgot his name. And used his fullback as a tight end. I love the way he adapts to what's on the field. All right, let's talk about, he lost Nick Bosa. He lost Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the game. I don't think there's a better linebacker than Fred Warner when healthy. That's just my opinion. He lost Trent Williams for a game or whatever. He lost his starting quarterback in Brock Purdy, had Mac Jones playing. He lost his best wide receiver. I forgot his name, but they lost him. He lost so many players during this season, and somehow, some way, the 49ers were able to win enough games to get to the last game of the season, go against the defending champions, the Seahawks, for the number 1 seed in the NFC. They didn't use injuries as an excuse. They used it as motivation. Can I talk that talk? Talk that talk. I have a lot of respect for how the 49ers were able to stay afloat. When you lose all this and you still are winning games, your defense is banged up. They can't stop really nobody because they're so hurt. But your offense stays afloat despite you losing your starting quarterback for a few games. You had Mac Jones looking really good to the point where I believe someone's going to trade for Mac Jones. I don't know if it's going to be the Steelers. I don't know. Someone's going to trade for Mac Jones. I'm Mac Jones. Don't act like you don't know my name. Ain't nothing changed but the name. I'm Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones, to me, is underrated. I think people, I don't know why people, this is how I look at it. I give everybody a chance. Let me break this down real quick before I get back to the chat. Y'all remember Sam Darnold when he got drafted by the Jets, right? Sam Darnold went on a few teams. He went on the 49ers as well. And then he went to the Vikings. I was wrong when I was talking about Sam Darnold. I was like, why we want to get this guy, man? He's a bust. He ain't even that good. I'm like, this bull, why we got this bull? We should just start J.J. McCarthy. Why are we even, what are we doing? This is prior to, actually, let me correct myself. The draft happened after we signed Sam Darnold. But after we drafted J.J. McCarthy, I'm like, we should just start J.J. Why are we going to have Sam Darnold? I'm like, no, bro, play J.J. McCarthy. After J.J. McCarthy tore his meniscus against the Raiders in the preseason game, and he was out for the season, right? Sam Darnold got the start for the Vikings in 2024. And he's not the only reason why we won 14 games, but he's one of the biggest reasons why. One of the first passes, I forgot if it was against the Packers or whoever it was, he threw a 96-yard pass, a 96-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. And I said, oh my goodness, I think I might have made a mistake talking crap on a quarterback that just probably didn't have the best organization around him. They didn't build around him like they should have. And when he came to the Vikings, he put this team on another level. No, I don't think we would have probably won a Super Bowl if we was on our team last year. I'm not going to say we wouldn't. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say we would have or we would have or probably wouldn't have. I'm not going to say that because you just don't know, right? And I ain't trying to play the would have, could have game. I'm not trying to do all that. Congratulations to the Seahawks. They got Sam Darnold, and I have so much respect for Sam Darnold. My point is this. When they be talking about Mac Jones, when the Patriots drafted Mac Jones after, they were trying to find a franchise quarterback to replace Tom Brady, right? Mac Jones had a decent, pretty good rookie season. He was a Pro Bowler his rookie season. And if you look up his numbers, he was pretty darn good. And then he just fell apart. He wasn't playing that good after that. And then the Patriots gave up on him, which is cool. And then they drafted Drake May, right? Drake May is one of my favorite quarterbacks in the game. Now, my point is this. Just because one organization gives up on a talent doesn't mean that player can't flourish on another team. Sometimes you need new scenery, right? So Mac Jones going to another team might look good. Then I hear people saying, oh, he has a noodle arm. His arm is weak. He's not accurate. He's not athletic. He's slow. I'm like, bro, where are y'all looking at? Like, I'm not saying he has the strongest arm talent. He's not like a Sam Darnold or somebody like that, but he has a decent arm. It's not like the greatest, like, oh, I could throw 100 yards down the field, but he could put some spin on that ball. Like, I don't know what people watching. He's a little bit more athletic than what you think. And on the right team, I think Mac Jones will be decent. Now I'm saying all this because I'm talking about Kyler Murray. I'm making a point, right? Real quick, y'all. Kyler, he had his ups and downs with the Cardinals, right? He keeps getting hurt, but he got that contract extension for a reason, right? It wasn't because he sucks. Some people be like, oh, he sucks. He's no good. He has talent. And I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm not trying to come at the Cardinals. I'm not. But they haven't really built around him like that. So my whole point is, like, he might go to another team. It could be the Vikings or it could be someone else. They say it's the who else? The Jets and some other team. The Falcons and whatever. But I think the Falcons, they just signed Tua, right? But anyway, my point is this. Kyler Murray might come to the Vikings and actually show off. So that's my mindset now, since I learned my mistake for saying stuff about Sam Darnold. And I said I didn't want him on the team. I was like, why we got this man on the team? Man, I learned my lesson, bro. Listen, I don't really care too much about what you did on your former team. At least as long as you showed something on that other team. Now, you can't be just a straight up scrub and you just look bad. Now, that's not what I'm saying. But if he shows something and flashes that he can play, why not take him in on a veteran minimum deal and see if this man can be something special for the Vikings and possibly be win the starting job against JJ McCarthy. And for everybody that, like, you know what I mean? That's just how I feel. Let me get to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Hit the like button. Everybody that's in the building, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. And we're also going live for some primetime games as well. But let me get to the chat very shortly. But I just want to say that, man. And me saying this about Kyler Murray does not mean that I think that JJ McCarthy is a bust. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the problem with JJ McCarthy last year was not only he keeps getting hurt, which is not his fault. I'm not blaming him for the injuries. The offensive line was hurt. That happens. Injuries happen. Play calling was horrible. That just is unacceptable. That's why I feel like it was not the best season. And then our wide receivers couldn't catch for some strange reason. But let me get to some of the people that's in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. So we got Kyle comes. If Kyle comes to Minnie and JJ McCarthy beats him for the quarterback one spot, all you JJ McCarthy haters won't accept it, and y'all will still hate on JJ McCarthy. And you might be right, bro. You might be right. But I question this, Manuel. Let's talk about it for a second. I asked this question earlier. If JJ McCarthy, say Kyler Murray does come to the Vikings, and JJ McCarthy beats him out, and he makes a run, and we get to the playoffs, and he wins playoff games, right? Will the people that don't like JJ McCarthy give him credit? That's a real question, because there is some people that think that JJ McCarthy is absolutely horrible and they don't want to see him play ever again. Now, I counter that question with this question. Now, say Kyler Murray signs here and he beats out JJ McCarthy, and Kyler Murray has a good season and we make a playoff run. Will you put respect on Kyler Murray's name as well? Because it's not just about one player. It's about the full team success. Whoever the best quarterback is for the job should be the number one player. And I hate to say that, I'm just going to keep it. I don't want to say I hate to say. The problem with Kyler Murray last year was those injuries. I don't think it's ability. I don't think it's talent at all. I think Kyler Murray is a decent, I think JJ McCarthy is a decent quarterback. The problem is those injuries. If there was better play calling and you take away those injuries, the Vikings would have made the playoffs. I'm going to keep saying it. We was only a game out of the playoffs. We won 9 games. But I keep saying Kyler. But JJ McCarthy kept getting hurt. It wasn't just the high ankle sprain. It was the concussion. It was the hairline fracture in his hand. And that's what held him back more than anything, was those injuries. Because like I said, it wasn't JJ McCarthy's talent. It was about him being able to be on that football field every Sunday. That's what it really comes down to. Shout out to the team. Let's go, baby. Shout out to my guy, brother. Shout out to my guy. What's going on? Wish Arizona had Mac Jones. Don't act like you don't know my name. Shout out to everybody in the building. Kyler could help the Vikings. Who knows? But if he fails, we all know Kyler sucks. You funny for that comment. Yo, that's so funny, Kyle. I don't know why I feel like that. Let me read that. What did he say? He said, Kyler could help the Vikings. Who knows? But if he fails, we all know Kyler sucks. Kyler has talent. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I like the comment, bro. That made me laugh, man. That was a funny comment. I'm a Cowboys fan. I think it's a good look. Y'all get Kyler. People saying he sucks. He has Justin and talk that talk, baby. Everybody that's in the building, talk that talk in the comments. Talk that talk in the comments. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit that like button. I really, really would appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is One YouTube Family. And I always say, sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. It's all about good vibes over here, man. This channel is about good vibes. I always try to say that, and I'm going to say this again. You know, I always say, it don't matter if you're from Venus. It don't matter if you're from Pluto. It don't matter if you're from Mars, the moon, whatever planet, another galaxy. You're welcome to this YouTube channel as a family. This is one YouTube family. And I truly mean that. I don't care what fan base you rock with. I do talk trash. I always say we're going to beat the brakes off of all y'all teams. Don't get in y'all feelings when I say that. It's all love. It's all fun at the end of the day. But I really feel that sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. People get too worked up. There's so many things going on around the world, and I'm going to talk about that probably another time. Y'all know what I'm talking about, those who know, right? But at the same time, we need to come together as people. And this can be a common ground where we can all come together and vibe and have a good time. There's too much drama out there. And I want people to be able to come to this channel and just have fun and just talk about their team, ask questions. We're going to be live for the mock draft. We're going to be live for a lot of primetime games. We're going to be live for every Viking game. We're going to be live randomly, just doing our thing and just having fun. That's what this channel is about. That's what sports are supposed to be about. Yes, it's okay to talk trash to each other, but talk trash respectfully. You feel me? It ain't that deep. Oh, man, throw your hands up. We about to scrap over that. You know what I mean? We about to squabble. I want a fair one, man. You talked about my Vikings. No, it ain't even that deep, bro. You know what I mean? It ain't even that deep. I love my team, but I ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying? But grown man, we supposed to enjoy this game. Win or lose or draw. When's the last time the Vikings had a draw? But my point is, win, lose, or draw, you're supposed to enjoy the team, enjoy your team, and have fun. That's what football's about, bro. I think a lot of people are really trying to make this too personal. Yes, you could be a passionate sport fan. I'm a passionate sport fan. I be going, but when you watch my live streams, those who know I'm a passionate Viking fan. I be very enthusiastic about my team, but I keep it respectful. I talk a lot of trash about the Packers, the dang on Bears, the Lions, the Saints, the Eagles, any team, but I keep it respectful. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. What is something that happened this offseason? I got to ask y'all a question. Excuse me, my allergies are affecting me. Now, what is something that happened this offseason about your team? If you're not a Viking fan, what happened to your team that you're like, oh my goodness, this is crazy? What's going on with y'all? Like, what's going on with your team if you're not a Viking fan? I'm gonna start it. For the Vikings, I'm gonna tell you what's very interesting about the Vikings this season, right? That it kind of caught me off guard. It was when Kwesi got fired, right? When Kwesi got fired, our GM, I said, "Oh my gosh, we fired our GM." Not saying it wasn't well deserved. Don't get it twisted, but it really caught me off guard. Firing Kwesi, that was crazy. I don't care what no Viking fan says. That was crazy. It was random, right? So when that happened, I'm like, "Oh, what they gonna do?" And then when Kevin O'Connell at the NFL scouting combine was pretty much saying we're going to bring quarterback competition. And I said, oh, so that means Kevin O'Connell, what I was saying earlier when people were trying to say Kevin O'Connell believes in J.J. McCarthy, I was trying to tell y'all he don't believe in J.J. McCarthy like y'all think he does. His job is on the line. So whether as a fan of J.J. McCarthy or not, his job is on the line. He's not going to put everything on J.J. McCarthy. He's going to go get himself a quarterback that's a veteran. He's going to bring in some competition that might take his job. We'll see what happens. We don't know what's going to happen, though. We don't know. Let me get to the comments. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Straight chilling. What's good with you? Kyler, much better than JJ. Uh-oh. Skull Vikings, what's good? Hi, Max, you the GOAT Vikings fan. Shout out to everybody in the building. Please sign Kyler. Thanks. Sam Darnold gave up on the Vikings. Nah, I think the Vikings gave up on him. All right. I'm a Cowboy. But I agree with this comment. People going off talking topics like playing the game. Kyler is a good quarterback. Yes, I think Kyler's decent. I don't think he's as bad as what people be trying to make him. Like, I don't know what. You know what I think it is? I think it's like, all right, this is what I said earlier. I was live. I do nature walks and I talk about the team as well. I like go and walk on the trail and get my steps in and talk about the Vikings. So I'll randomly go live and do stuff like that. But I feel like this. I feel like people make it too personal when it comes to like a certain player. Like you got a favorite player. Oh, we drafted J.J. McCarthy. No matter what, J.J. McCarthy's the guy, and any quarterback that we bring in, unless it's Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or somebody like that, they all suck. That's what people saying. Kyler Murray don't suck. I don't know where they're getting that from. Has he won? No, he hasn't won. Kyler Murray has not won a Super Bowl. He hasn't got close to a Super Bowl yet. But is he a talented quarterback? Yes. And maybe on the right team, he might be good. Maybe the Vikings are the right team. It's very hard to win a Super Bowl. We just seen a young quarterback in Drake May had a great regular season. Almost, he was in the Super Bowl. He was in the MVP conversations with Matthew Stafford, by the way. We seen him do his thing all season, win against some of the best defenses in the playoffs, the Broncos, the Texans. Somehow got through it. And then he went against another defense, the Seahawks. The Seahawks did what they did. My point is, man, it's hard, bro. If the Super Bowl was easy, everybody would have a dang on Super Bowl. I'm a Vikings fan. We ain't win no Super Bowls yet. Hold on now. Hold on. We ain't win no dang on Super Bowls. I'm a Viking fan, and I'm going to stand on business. We ain't win a Super Bowl. We went to the Super Bowl 4 times and lost all 4 times. If it was that easy, every team will win the Super Bowl, bro. That's what makes the Super Bowl, that's what makes the NFL so amazing, because it's not a 7-game series like the NBA. I love basketball. Honestly, I ain't going to sit here in front. Basketball, honestly, is my favorite sport. A close second is football. But it's different because most of the time in the playoffs, the best team will win in the NBA Finals. In football, it's a 1-game elimination. You can have the best record in the regular season, have home field advantage in the playoffs, and lose against the first team you go against. Whether you have home field or not, whether you have the bye week or not, because it's a 1-game elimination. I don't care. It don't matter if you had the number 1 defense in the regular season. You got to prove it every single week in the playoffs. That 1 game you can lose and go home. That's what makes the NFL so amazing, because you got to prove it every week in the playoffs. It don't matter in the what you did in the regular season don't mean a dang on thing. The postseason and regular season are 2 different seasons. Because the regular season, you got another game until week 17. In the postseason, if you don't win, you go what? You go home. You go on vacation. You on a private island, sipping on coladas and having fun with your family. That's why the postseason is just different. That's why the NFL is amazing. That's why I always say, if your team gets to the playoffs, you have a chance. I don't care how big of an underdog you are. It only takes that 1 game. They might not be the best team. Let me say this real quick. In my honest opinion, if you was to go back in time, right, and you had the Patriots go against the Giants best out of 3, who you think is going to win that? You think the Patriots winning that or the Giants going to win that? I'm just saying. Like, the best team sometimes don't win the Super Bowl. I mean, I know that sounds crazy. I'm going to say this. The best team in the regular season, I'll say that. Let me be more specific. Sometimes doesn't win the Super Bowl. A team can barely get into the playoffs, be a wild card team, get hot at the right time, and just beat everybody. The Giants did it twice. They barely got in the playoffs. And somehow, some way, they beat the Patriots twice. Eli Manning turned into Peyton Manning in the dang on postseason. Eli Manning turned into Tom Brady in the postseason. Regular season is a whole nother animal. I don't know about that. But the postseason, Eli Manning, bruh, we talking about that man clutch. That man was making some clutch plays. I remember the one play, I don't know what wide receiver it was. He caught the ball against his helmet. I don't know what it was, bro. I don't know who it was. What was his wide receiver's name, y'all? Y'all got to help me out. Eli Manning just heaved the ball up in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. I forgot what Super Bowl it was, but this was when they had Randy Moss. And I don't know how the wide receiver caught the ball, but it was like he caught it on his dang on helmet. Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Skull Vice, let's get it, baby. Oh, for real? That's awesome, bro. I love it, bro. Shout out to you, bro.
Max, I hear you. Let beat crazy. 49ers. I know, but I need the yes, great Lord. Mike Sports Vibes. You the best Vikings fan out there, Mike. Salute to you, man. Skull to you, bro. I'm just love my team, bro. Kyler much better than I read that. What's going on? Hi, everybody. Everybody that's in the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say, sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us. And I truly feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And we're also going to be going live for primetime games. So if you haven't hit the like button, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is a YouTube family, and it is free. It won't cost you a single thing. It'll really help the channel out. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody that's in the building right now. But yeah, man, so the Vikings, this is the Kyler Murray watch party. Matter of fact, let's look up Kyler Murray statistics real quick. Let's look up Kyler Murray statistics real quick. All right, I'm going to look it up right now. Y'all can't see it on the screen because I'm not putting it on the screen, but I'm looking it up right now. Just bear with me for a second. All right, so Kyler Murray was the number 1 pick in the 2019 draft by the Arizona Cardinals. And so far in his career, he threw for 2,460 yards. Now, if he was a scrub, if he was as bad as what everybody's saying he is, he ain't throwing for no dang on 20,000 yards. Let me just talk that talk, Mike.
Talk that
If
talk.
Kyler Murray was a scrub, like a lot of people be trying to say he is, ain't no way he's throwing for over 20,000 passing yards. That's not easy to do in the NFL. He threw for 121 touchdowns compared to 60 interceptions. That's not bad. What is people talking about? Like, I really want to know. Like, I understand he ain't never won a Super Bowl. 121 touchdowns he threw for, 60 interceptions he threw for. That's not even including his rushing touchdowns. He got 32 rushing touchdowns. He has 3,193 rushing yards. What is people talking about? They said Kyler Murray sucks. Kyler Murray's no good. Kyler Murray's a scrub. Kyler Murray, I don't care how short he is. If he's thrown for over 20,000, how many years he been in it? 1, 2, 3. They've been in the game for 7, 8 years, right? And my whole thing is this: 7 years, right? Going on to his 8th year. That's pretty good. I mean, of course, it's not. He's not going to be in the Hall of Fame if he retired right now. But think about all the injuries. Think about the team that they built around him. Think about the offensive coordinators that he had to go, that was on his team. I'm looking at 2020, he threw for 3,971 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. The next season, 2021, 3,787 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions. He just keeps getting, his biggest knock is he keeps getting hurt. That is really what it is. In 2024, let's talk about 2024. Completion percentage is 68.8. He threw for 3,851 yards, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That was in 2024. He also had, and then add the 78 carries for 572 yards, bro. That was in 2024. Those that think he don't have it, he still got legs. He also rushed for 5 rushing touchdowns in 2024. Come on now. Come on. So he's a true dual threat. Now, it's up to the play calling and Kevin O'Connell to put him in the right positions to be successful, kind of like J.J. McCarthy. Not even kind of like J.J. McCarthy. Exactly like J.J. McCarthy. You gotta match the talent you have on the field, not the other way around, Kevin O'Connell. Whether J.J. McCarthy is the starting quarterback in 2026 or Kyler Murray is, you have to adapt to whatever quarterback is on the field. You don't have a Kirk Cousins, more of a traditional drop back quarterback. You don't have a Sam Darnold. He ain't really, like, he could do it all, though. Sam Darnold could really run as well. But so I'm just saying, you don't have those quarterbacks. You're going to have more of a dual threat, like a real dual threat. A guy that you can utilize his legs to get first downs. Utilize his legs to get first down. Have him run on the outside and get out of bounds. You don't got to put him in harm's way. Also, run boots to the left, run boots to the right. Get him out the pocket sometimes. If he's having trouble, you're going to have to get him out the pocket. You got to adapt to what's going on. But the biggest thing for Kyler Murray is health, and the same thing that goes with J.J. McCarthy. The biggest thing for J.J. McCarthy and Kyler Murray is play calling. The biggest thing for J.J. McCarthy and Kyler Murray is the interior offensive line, meaning center, and guards. Center, and left guard and right guard. Center, left guard and right guard. I say center twice because we don't have a center right now. Go draft my guy, Jake Slaughter. Go draft a center. Even if it's not Jake, he's my favorite center in the 2026 NFL draft. Even if it's not Jake, go get somebody, bro. Go get a center on a rookie deal. Come on. We got to develop somebody. We got to figure it out. We drafted Donovan Jackson. Donovan Jackson was he was decent for us last year. He had his ups and downs. I think he was great at the run game, run blocking, and we didn't run the ball as much. Pass blocking, iffy sometimes. But that was the whole offensive line, though. That was the whole offensive line. It wasn't just him, you know what I mean? But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. How y'all doing today, man? Buffalo Bills, DJ Moore, and Bradley Chubb. Facts, bro. That's going to be vicious, bro. If Kyler signs to the Vikings, I'll become a Vikings fan. I have 2 teams to watch. Let's go, RV Davey. What's good with you, bro? Welcome to the family. I'm a Cowboys fan, and crazy thing was franchise tag George Pickens when they know, well, that boy deserves a contract. Facts, bro. Facts. Give that man a bag. Give that man a bag. Corey said, may the best man win. Ain't no more training wheels. Man, talk that talk. Salute to Corey in the building, man. Hey, listen, talk that talk. I love that. He said, ain't no training wheels for JJ. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Let me give another Thunderbolt for that time. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Why everybody making it, oh, you're a JJ McCarthy hater because he should just have this starting job right away. That's not true. It's a team sport. We trying to win a Super Bowl. If he's scared of a little bit of competition, he shouldn't be the starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. Straight up. And Viking fans that are scared for competition for J.J. McCarthy, what, you don't think he's good enough? Because if haters of J.J. McCarthy already don't think he's good enough, and you're scared that J.J. McCarthy might not win against Kyler Murray, that says a lot about how much you believe in J.J. McCarthy. Can I talk that talk? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Why is Dak still here? Cough, girl, Jerry Owen is looking at mini cough. Yeah, I've been coughing all day, but yeah, I get it. I like Dak Prescott. I liked him last year. I like Dak Prescott last year, though. Dak Prescott last year was a straight up dog. I watched the what game did I watch? I was at my grandma's house and grandpa's house. I watched on Thanksgiving. It was the Cowboys and Chiefs, I believe. That game, Dak Prescott was throwing dimes. Mike, I hear you. Let be 49ers this year. For real? Interesting times. Go shout out to Queen Mary in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. I read it. Yup. Speaking about Dak and my team. Yeah, I like Dak, man. I think Dak's a decent quarterback, man. I used to compare him to Kirk Cousins, but I think he's better than Kirk Cousins, respectfully speaking. Dak just need a defense behind him. And I think they would have been damaged. They had the number one offense for many weeks in the NFL last year in the regular season. If they wasn't number one, they was definitely like top 3, top 2 all year. Dak Prescott was throwing dimes to CD and Pickens. He was throwing dimes, bro. Oh, hold on. I missed this. Buffaloes went 4 times and lost all 4 times too. Yup. And I think they went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row too, bro. That's what makes it worse. I read an article saying that George Pickens is going to play out of the final year as a Cowboys. Then we are trading him to the Raiders for a 2nd and 3rd round. I heard after Pickens leaves, Tyreek comes. Yeah, that could happen. I think they need to give him the bag though. Why mess that combination up? Please, Tyrese Maxey, get healthy. Yeah, we need everybody. Tyrese, Joel, PG need to get off of suspension. Listen, I agree with everything you're saying, bro. Been a Cowboys fan all my life, but the Vikes caught my attention with Randy. Oh, and Chris Carter. I like watching them boys. All right, I'm from Pennsylvania, y'all. So like it's everything Philly for me, man. Like I'm a Sixer fan, I'm a Phillies fan, I'm a Flyers fan. Look, bro, like I got the Flyers hat, I got the Sixers hat, I got like Philly gear on this side. Like I'm Philly everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, the fanatic, you know what I'm saying? Phillies. I'm not sure if you can see it. Phillies. But Randy Moss caught my like seeing Randy Moss, bro, made me into a Viking fan. So I've been a Viking fan because of Randy Moss, and I've always been a Viking fan. I always respect the Eagles. I've never been an Eagle fan. I always respected the Steelers. I've never been a Steeler fan. The Steelers, you know, it could have been easy. I could have been like, oh, I want to be on a team that has multiple Super Bowls. I could have chose the Steelers. At the time, see, the Eagles didn't have a Super Bowl. So I was talking mad stuff to the Eagles. I'm like, yo, we're going to get our first Super Bowl before y'all get your first one. Then they get their first Super Bowl, and they beat us in 2017. And then they get to a whole nother, and they did it with a backup quarterback at that. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it, Mike. Do not get into it, Mike. Do not start talking about that run. All right. Let's not talk about that. But then I was talking trash to Eagle fans, right? I was like, yo, I DM'd one of the a pretty big YouTuber. I DM'd him, right? I said, yo, we gonna get our first Super Bowl before y'all get y'all second Super Bowl. And guess what happened? Then they just beat the dang on Chiefs for the Super Bowl. I said, oh my gosh, bro, what am I doing? So I learned a lesson. If I say that the Vikings are going to get their first, second, or third, whatever, their first Super Bowl before they get their next Super Bowl, the Eagles mess around and win. So I learned my lesson. I ain't doing it no more. So what I'm going to start saying is we're going to get our first Super Bowl, and that's all I'm going to say. I ain't saying nothing more than that no more. I don't know what the heck was going on with me. I don't know. Every single time I said it, man, they just mess around and win. And I don't understand why. Come on, bro. Like, what's going on? My bad. I'm on a big rant. David Tyree, yup. Was the Giants player named Ruben L. Randall? I don't know. Cardinals are scrubs. They might be, but we trying to get that quarterback for the right price. Hey, Mac Jones is a system quarterback. I love it, though. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. People were talking this crazy about Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold when they joined the Vikes. How'd that work out? We messed up, bro. We let them both go, bro. We let them both go. We messed up, bro. What you want me to say, bro? What you want me to say, bro? We let Sam Darnold go. And he went on another team and won a dang on Super Bowl. What you want me to say, man? You think I'm supposed to be happy about you? I mean, I'm happy for him. I ain't hating on him. But I feel some type of way. The man went to a whole nother franchise and won a dang on Super Bowl. I ain't happy. I'm not really happy because I wish it was us that won the Super Bowl. Ain't nothing personal. I want us to win a dang on Super Bowl. That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel. Mac Jones, read that. Give me the ceiling of Kyler for 1 year to get this team a champ. Hey, listen, bro. What's your name, bro? Dizzle. What is it? Dizzy? Dizzle. Shout out to you, bro.
Talk that talk.
All right, y'all. If you haven't already, I haven't made this announcement in a while. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all. And we're also going to be going live for primetime games as well. Salute to everybody that's in the building, rocking with your boy. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much. And God bless everybody. If you already hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Just thank you so much for all your support on this YouTube journey. I'm trying to get to my first 3,500 subs on this channel and build the best community. It's not even really about all the subs. It's about building a community, because there ain't no point of, like, for example, ain't no point of having 1 million subs and ain't nobody, vibing with you. I want to build a community where we can vibe and we actually, grow as people and just build a relationship. You know what I mean? A friendly relationship. So that's what I want. I want to build a real community over here on Mike Sports Vibes, and salute to everybody that's in the building that's rocking with your boy. Appreciate y'all. All right, what are we doing? What we talking about now? Where we at? Where we at in the comments? I'm looking at everybody in the comments. Chris for real in the building. Let's go. But shout out to everybody in the building. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you for that, Chris for real. It was Kevin O'Connell's inability to adjust his play. I love this comment. And this is the most important thing. Listen, besides injury for JJ McCarthy, this was the second reason why we didn't make the playoffs. And it wasn't just because of McCarthy. It wasn't just McCarthy. It was also with Max Brosmer. When Max Brosmer got in the game, his play calling was horrible. Even with Carson Wentz, his play calling wasn't the best either. Carson Wentz probably looked like decent prior to the injury, but bro, the play calling was horrible, bro. So yes, his playbook, his adjustments wasn't made. You're supposed to make adjustments to the talent you have on the football field, not the other way around, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what nobody says. That's how I feel, bro. That's how I feel about Kevin O'Connell. Hey, I'm hitting him with the nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Nah. And I'm hitting Kevin O'Connell with the stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Really, stop the cap.
He thought he was doing something until later. He ain't do nothing until later in the season. Then he finally adjusted his play calling. Facts, bro. Vikings about to have a squad with, yeah, bro. I think we're going to look good, bro. For real. Skull Terry in the building, baby. Shout out to my guy in the building, baby. Yo, what's good? What's good, Skyler in the building? You know the vibe. Salute to you, bro. Mike Evans to the 49ers is crazy. Yo, I was just speaking on that the other day, bro. I think Mike Evans is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, bro. Listen, bro. And if you think I'm capping, I'm about to bring up his stats right now. I'm about to read his stats to you right now. This man's been in the NFL for what, 10 plus seasons? What, 13, 14? And this man didn't have one season besides last year. Prior to last year, he didn't have one season that was less than 1,000 receiving yards. He's Mr. Consistent. Now, let me talk to y'all real quick. Let me get y'all to understand where I'm coming from. For people that don't know who Mike Evans is, I challenge you to look him up. All right, so listen. Mike Evans, from the year he got drafted by Tampa Bay Bucks in 2014, right? I'm trying to give y'all how consistent this man was. From 2014 to 2024, over 1,000 receiving yards every single season. Congratulations. Until 2025. He had a down season in 2025 because the Buccaneers had a down season. He had 368 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, he had a down season. Let's keep it real. But it wasn't just because of him.
He's only 32. He's not even that old, y'all. Like, he still got some time, bro. And I think with Brock Purdy, he going to look real good. He's 6'5", 231 pounds. That man going to be catching some great passes. People going to be like, oh, I forgot about Mike Evans. I'm trying to tell you, with the 49ers, he about to put in some work, bro. That's a good move right there with the 49ers, man. That's a good look. Kyle Shanahan going to get him the ball for real. But he Mr. Consistent, bro. He a touchdown machine. He had multiple seasons with double-digit touchdowns, including his rookie season. He had 12 touchdowns in his rookie season, bro. It's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? What else? He had 14 touchdowns in 2021. He had 13 touchdowns in 2023. You know what I mean? Just to name a couple of times where he had double-digit touchdowns. Like, that man, he the real deal, bro. Mike Evans the real deal, for real. You ain't lying, bro. He said, nah, bro, you misunderstood what I meant. I'm saying they were hating on Jones and Darnold just like they. Yeah, okay, I got you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I got you. Yeah. And it backfired on the haters. Facts. And that's why, and this is what I said, because I admit I was one of those people that said, why are we getting Sam Darnold? This is prior to Sam Darnold throwing one pass in the Vikings uniform. Because you know what I was thinking? I was listening to everybody else. You can't be a follower when it comes to your opinion about these players. You got to do your own real research. That's why I really try not to just go by what everybody says. Yes, he wasn't the best with the Jets, but he had moments with the Jets. And when he came to the Vikings, bro, listen, I admit when I'm wrong. My ego ain't too big to admit that I was wrong about Sam Darnold. That man is a straight-up dog. He one of the best quarterbacks in the game, and I love it because a lot of people counted him out, including myself, and he proved everybody wrong. And that's one thing I love about like his mindset. And then even people still kept saying, oh, well, it was his defense, not him. Oh, well, he had a whole team. What team has won the Super Bowl without a complete team? Tom Brady had a team. Joe Montana had a team. Patrick Mahomes had a team. Steve Young had a team. Eli Manning had a team. Peyton Manning had a team. I could keep going on. You can't win a Super Bowl without a team. So I don't even understand why people even say that. First of all, if it was that easy for them to win a Super Bowl, why didn't they win it with Geno Smith? They was decent with Geno Smith. Okay, if it was that easy, all right. What about when they went against the Rams and Matthew Stafford was throwing dimes to Nakua? He was throwing dimes to his wide receivers. He was going head-to-head against the MVP of the regular season, and he pretty much, I don't want to say he definitely outdid him. I know his defense versus, you know what I mean. But he made more plays when it counted. And they got past the regular season MVP. If it wasn't for Sam Darnold, they wouldn't have got to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold, if it wasn't for Matthew Stafford and his MVP caliber, his MVP season, he would have probably been either number 1 or number 2 in Super Bowl voting. That's how good Sam Darnold was last year. Was it perfect? No quarterback is perfect. They all make mistakes. Did he have Kenneth Walker, the MVP? Yes. But that doesn't take away from Sam Darnold and what he accomplished. See, the thing about it is people try to take away from accomplishments to prove their point. Oh, he ain't really that good. He had to have this on his team. I'm like, bro, you got to have talent on your team to win. Name one Super Bowl champion team that didn't have talent. I'll wait. I know for a fact you can't name one. I know for a fact nobody that still doesn't like Sam Darnold, you just don't like him. You could be salty like me. I was salty. I said, dang, this man just went to the Super Bowl and won it.
But at the end of the day, I'm happy for the young man. I'm happy that Sam Darnold proved to the whole entire world that he's not a bust. He is probably one of the greatest comeback stories in NFL history. One of them. They could do a whole show on Netflix about Sam Darnold. From where he started to where he finished. That doesn't usually happen. Once you're labeled a bust and you're on numerous teams, it's hard to become a Super Bowl champion. Now, I'm not saying that injury. I think J.J. McCarthy, let me be careful about my words, because I'm not saying that it was a blessing in disguise that he did get hurt. Because I honestly feel like there would have been some true quarterback competition between Sam and J.J. McCarthy. But in other words, it was kind of like, all right, he got hurt. I have the opportunity to show what I can do with debatably the best wide receiver in Justin Jefferson. Y'all know who Justin Jefferson is. Let me talk to people in the chat. Justin Jefferson did not have consistent quarterback play his whole entire career. And let me tell you one of the most amazing accomplishments of Justin Jefferson. This is why I feel like he is the best wide receiver in the game. In 6 seasons in the NFL, he has more receiving yards. I'm giving y'all some history real quick, the ones that don't know. Justin Jefferson has more receiving yards in the first 6 seasons more than any other wide receiver in NFL history. In their first 6 seasons, he has more receiving yards than any of them. You can name them. You can go from Jerry Rice to Terrell Owens to Randy Moss. Whoever you want to name. Larry Fitzgerald, don't matter. Justin Jefferson in his first 6 seasons in the NFL has more receiving yards than any wide receiver in NFL history. And he did not have consistent quarterback play. He went from Kirk Cousins, Captain Kirk First Cousins, to who? He had Nick Mullins. He had Joshua Dobbs. Do y'all want me to keep going on? He had, of course, Sam Darnold. That was a good one. Kirk Cousins wasn't bad, so I'm not saying Kirk Cousins was bad. And he also had J.J. McCarthy. He had Max Brosmer. I'm just saying, y'all, for somebody to have more receiving yards without consistent quarterback play than any wide receiver in NFL history in his first 6 seasons is remarkable. It's simply amazing. Justin Jefferson over Jerry Rice when it comes to receiving yards in his first 6 seasons. I'm not saying he's going to be better than these guys for his whole career. I ain't saying all that now. I'm just saying in his first 6 seasons. Let me clarify everything that I'm saying, because I don't want y'all saying, oh, this guy's definitely a delusional Viking fan. He thinks Justin Jefferson is better than Jerry Rice. I didn't say that. I said in his first 6 seasons, he has more receiving yards than any wide receiver in NFL history. And you can look it up. And you want to know why I know this? Because I'm a Viking fan. You want to know why, though? The biggest reason why? Because the guy that previously held the record was my favorite player of all time. And his name is Randy Moss. He had the previous record in the first 6 seasons to have the most receiving yards in NFL history. Now it went from Randy to JJ. And I'm talking about Justin Jefferson. Jets, number 18. I just want to just put that out there real quick. McCarthy, operate basic plays, too much blame on. Listen. I think it's more Kevin O'Connell than anything. I get it. You talk about operate basic plays. I get it. Maybe some basic plays he didn't run the best. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you an example. This man, I'm gonna give you a perfect example, brother. Now answer this question real quick, brother. if you was the coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and you had J.J. McCarthy under center, and it is 3rd and inches. Just hear me out. And this is why I say it's play calling. 3rd and inches. This man will do a play action pass on 3rd and inches and try to go 50 yards down the field. I'm not making this up. I'm being dead serious when I'm saying it. Yes, there might be certain instances. Yes, J.J. McCarthy in certain situations overthrew Justin Jefferson, underthrew Justin Jefferson, threw it behind him, threw it too far in front of him. Also, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and T.J. Hawkinson, they were dropping passes as well. But I get what you're saying. The basic plays, he got to be on point. But you can make it easier for your first-year quarterback by running the ball on 3rd and inches. Another example, when Max Brosmer was the quarterback against the Seahawks, our defense shut down Sam Darnold in that offense. Kenneth Walker, everybody got shut down. They could not do nothing on this defense. So we stayed in the game because of our defense, but Max Brosmer was the quarterback because of the injuries of Carson Wentz and J.J. McCarthy. Give you another example of bad play calling. It was 4th and inches. This man went for it, but you want to know what he did with a banged up offensive line? Instead of running the ball, this man does a play action with Max Brosmer with a banged up offensive line, and you want to know what happened? A play action pass, and it got intercepted, but that's not the worst of it, y'all. It got intercepted for a pick 6. When you could have, at least, if you would have turned the ball over on downs, at least it's not a dang on touchdown. And that was pretty much the game. Because the Seahawks they were just going for field goals. They couldn't score no touchdowns. Their defense, I believe, scored their first touchdown. That's my point about play calling. Yes, J.J. McCarthy, he had his ups and downs. I'm not going to sit here and cap. But for me, my opinion, and I don't want to speak for every Viking fan. I'm going to speak for my opinion. And I watch every game, and just because I watch every game doesn't mean I know everything, because I don't know everything about football. I don't. I love the game of football, but I don't know everything. Play calling for me was the biggest weakness on this team. We were ranked 29th in total offense. You want to know what our defense was ranked in total defense? Number 3. Our defense on average was on the field for like an extra quarter because our offense, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, turnover, 3 and out. You want to know why? Because play calling more than anything. We wouldn't run the ball. Even though our offensive line was banged up, we still averaged 4.5 a carry. Y'all can look it up. 4.5 a carry running the ball is pretty darn good on average. But Kevin O'Connell refused to run the ball. What won the Super Bowl? Yes, defense did. What offensively won the latest Super Bowl? It was the run game. Who was the MVP? Kenneth. Also, the teams that were in the Super Bowl had the Patriots and the Seahawks had a top 10 run game. I'm not saying you got to be top 10, but you have to have a decent run game. I know this is a passing league now, but the running backs are coming back. The running game is so important. And most of the teams that were in the playoffs had a good running game. Now let's talk about, all right, so what was I about to say? So the Seahawks, man, that defense was amazing. My gosh. I felt bad for Drake May in that Super Bowl, man. I said, oh my gosh, bro. Drake May. I felt so bad for Drake May. Let me get to the chat. What do skull mean? Skull for me is a celebration, man. Like a celebration word. I look at it like, say for instance, like it's like a greeting. Skull, it's a greeting word. It depends on how you. It's like a greeting word, or like You celebrating? Like, are you getting ramped up for something big to happen? Like, it just depends on how you use it, to be honest with you. Like, I went to my first Viking game. I went to the Falcons game, bro, and we lost. I met up with a lot of cool people in Minnesota, and I had my Viking jersey on, of course, you know, and we went against the Falcons, and everywhere I went, people were saying "Skull" to me. They didn't know my name or nothing. They walked past me, "Skull, Skull, Skull." It's like that over there, bro. It's like that over there. Like, everywhere you go, you hearing a Skull. I was at the airport coming from Philly to Minneapolis. Viking fans from Philly, you know what I'm saying? We here, baby. We were in the building. And it was a blessing. I was like, "Mo," he said, "Yo, I asked the one person, I said, have you ever been to the Mall of America?" Because I went to the Mall of America, right? They got a whole roller coaster in there, y'all. Hey, listen, it's not just a roller coaster, y'all. It's a dang on amusement park in the dang on mall. I'm not making this up, y'all. The Mall of America is amazing. If y'all ever get a chance to go to Minnesota and y'all travel there just to travel there or whatever, go to the Mall of America. It's all that, bro. They got a whole amusement park, bro. It was me and my wife. We went there, and they had a whole dang on roller coaster. It was fun. It was a good time, bro. That was a good time. Adam Chester just said Murray will meet with the team tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for this information, bro. Thank you for this information, y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah, so there might not be no Kyler Murray news right now, but I will be live tomorrow. I'll tell you that. I will be live tomorrow. Kevin O'Connell, is it Carlos? Bye Baker Mayfield. He's gone. Baker, how you feel about the Sixers and of Maxey? They got to get healthy. That's the number one thing, bro. Like, that's like all. Like, if they're not healthy, we don't have a chance. Facts. It's health, bro. Health all day. Name 5 quarterbacks better than Prescott. All right. So I got Patrick Mahomes. I got Josh Allen. I got Joe Burrow. I got Lamar Jackson. I got Matthew Stafford. You could probably say Sam Darnold. You could probably say Sam Darnold, maybe. I think that's a close one. I think Dak Prescott's not as bad as what people think he is. I think Sam Darnold's pretty decent. He's pretty good, actually. I think that's about 6. I could probably only name 6 that could be better than him. Like, you might go in the route of, like, some people might say, ain't nobody really, like, ain't that many, like, I'm just keeping it real. Ain't that many more quarterbacks that I'm just like, oh, they're definitely better. Like, if you talk about young talent, up and coming talent, you could probably say Drake May if you want to go that route. You could probably go Caleb Williams if you want to go that route. But, like, real talk, ain't that many quarterbacks better than Dak Prescott. Like, Dak Prescott's a pretty good quarterback. You can't win a team with defense. You can't win a team with defense. You could win a championship with defense. You still got to score, though. Maxey and Kelly Oubre hurt. Yo, this is crazy, bro. I got it. You know what's so crazy? By the way, everybody that's in the building, let me put my I got 2 YouTube channels. This is my other YouTube channel. I covered the Sixers on this channel. I'm about to put it in the chat. If y'all haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And also this basketball channel I'm about to put up right now. Hold on real quick, y'all. I'm about to put it joint up right now. Hold on now. My bad. This is my other YouTube channel. If you're into basketball or baseball, please subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to my first 800 subscribers on this channel. I'm going to spam it a couple of times. Go subscribe to this channel. I cover the Sixers and the Phillies on this channel. I'm going to spam it like 5 times. But this is my other YouTube channel where I cover the Sixers. All right. Now, let me get to the chat. All right, so let me get to the chat. What's going on, brother?
2025 Eagles had no talent. I think they are all right, but Sam Darnold is just a feel-good sports story of perseverance and sticking with the grind. Facts. Love it. Love it. Did you see I gotta look at it. Let me look at it. Let me look at it right now. Let me look at it. So they're gonna meet up with the Vikings tomorrow. So let me see. All right, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Thank you for that. All right. Former Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray will visit Thursday with the Minnesota Vikings. Also reported the belief across the league as that the Vikings are Murray's likely landing spot. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
I love it, bro. I love it, man. Bringing that quarterback competition, man. Bringing that quarterback competition, bro. And shout out to my homie that said that. Loaded guitarist. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you putting me on game, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Mac V does the same thing. It's because the league is now about explosive plays, and that 3rd and inches opens up major chances of no. Oh, I get you though. Not a play for 9 or bro. Exactly. McVay has a look, bro. You already know what it is, bro. Matthew Stafford is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, bro. So it's different with him. You talking about a 2nd-year JJ McCarthy. If it's 3rd and inches, you go for that first down, bro. Matthew Stafford is on another level. Matthew Stafford, when he retires, will be in the Hall of Fame. You get what I'm saying, bro? And I know you know what I'm saying. So I know you know what I'm saying. Kyler Hyper is number 1. D-Hop went off with him. I've been begging JJ get a Luka and Chase level target. Also, Hawk, since injury has come back to bad quarterback play, Kyler should help him bounce back. You know what's crazy? And like, I want to say this again. It's not a guarantee that Kyler's going to win a starting job. But oh my goodness, doesn't it sound like he's going to get the starting job? I ain't going to sit here and cap, though. I feel the energy, bro. I still really want us to draft Love if he falls to us. We can use Aaron Jones in more a fullback wide receiver role. Nah. He could be running back 3 or 2. Aaron Jones was good when he played. You know what I mean? He just hurt. He averaged 4.2 a carry, and he could catch. So I love that you said that as well. Let me say this, though. The only issue, Cross, is this. Vikings should not trade up to the 6th. Like, I do mock drafts, and I'm probably going to do a mock draft tomorrow or some other time, right? But I do a lot of mock drafts. I do some mock drafts. And I know it's just mock drafts, but there's some truth in the mock draft. Jeremiah Love goes top 6. We're not trading up that high. On top of that, if you trade up for a running back and you don't even run the ball, it kind of doesn't make sense. If you think about it. Say we had, and I said this before, right? Say we had a Barry Sanders in his prime. Say we go back in time. Matter of fact, better yet, y'all see that Adrian Peterson jersey right there. Better yet, say we go back in time and have Adrian Peterson running the ball. What does it matter if Kevin O'Connell don't like to run the ball? And Dizzle, let me say this real quick about that last thing you said. In my opinion, McVay is a way better coach than Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell got a lot to catch up, a lot of catching up to do. McVay's a better overall coach. And I'm not saying that KOC can't figure it out. I'm hoping he proves me wrong. But McVay's one of the best coaches in the game. I love what he does with that offense. I love Kyle Shanahan, and I love McVay. And I love Andy Reid. Oh, my gosh. Andy Reid is great as well when it comes to the offensive-minded head coaches in the NFL. Andy Reid, my top guy, bro. People don't talk about Andy Reid enough. Andy Reid is one of them guys, bro. I got a lot of respect for Andy Reid. Kyler Harper, I read that already. But yeah, bro. I just don't feel like it would make the most sense if we went and traded up for Jeremiah Love just because, bro. Like,
You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. As much as I love, like real talk though, right? As much as I love Jeremiah Love. So I'm not saying that you like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just giving you the counter to what you're saying. If Kevin O'Connell will have more of a balanced offense, this will make more sense. Because if you're going to give up some draft capital. If you're going top 10 from 18, you're giving up something. And we need every pick at this point, bro. Like, we really need every pick. We're trying to get a little bit younger. We're trying to rebuild this team a little bit as we win. You will have to, depending on how high Jeremiah Love goes, like they saying he might get drafted by the Browns. What the Browns got, like the 6th pick or something. I be seeing him get drafted top 5, bro. One time I seen him get drafted 3. Like, we not trading up that high. Now, say, for instance, Jeremiah Love drops to like 13, 15. Okay, that's in striking range. I'm cool with that. But if you start going top 10, bro, I don't think that would be a good idea. But I love what you're saying. I love that you're putting respect on the run game. And that's one thing that the Vikings need to put. I'm not saying we have to be a complete 50-50 run and pass, but we need to be, in my opinion, like, all right, for instance, right, like 60-40, you know what I mean? Not 80-20. Like, it needs to be a little bit more even to keep the defense honest. When you're one-dimensional, it hurts your offense. And if you say you go against a team with for example, let's talk about, all right, so we go against the Lions. The Lions are in our division, right? We go against the Lions. All we do is pass. Aiden Hutchinson is one of the best pass rushers in the game. That's not a good idea. You want to keep the pass rushers honest and make sure they're disciplined, because they know if they rush and they miss their assignment, our running back's going to get the angle and run for a first down. And that's one thing you want to keep these pass rushers honest. The way you somewhat counter a guy like a Myles Garrett or like he the top pass rusher. Let's talk about another one. Michael Parsons, a Max Crosby, a Trey Hendrickson. The list goes on. The way you counter those players, because I'm not saying they can't stop the run either, because some of them can really stop the run as well as get to the quarterback. But you got to keep them honest. You cannot let them just say, oh, you just going to pass 50 times? Oh, this is easy work. I just got to beat the left tackle or the right tackle, and I might switch inside and try to beat one of your guard and your center. Hey, listen, I'm doing that. I would love to do that. But you can't just pin your ears back and say, oh, we just going to rush the quarterback. You got to be a little bit smarter. You can't really you got to be disciplined. You got to have a combination of both. Because if you mess around, that running back keeps torching you. Hey, yeah, you're going to have to be, yeah. Y'all know the vibes. Not sure if they are any decent day 2. Oh, there is decent day 2, day 3 running backs. Matter of fact, let me look up all the running backs right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. We're also going live for some primetime games as well. So if you're feeling the vibes, consider subscribing, share. Hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And I truly appreciate all the support. All right, so let me get to the draft. Hold on real quick. Bear with me. All right, y'all. All right, let's get to the list of the draft picks. I mean, the top running backs. The top running backs in 2026 NFL draft. Okay. All right, so listen. This is just people's opinion. They got Love. He's number 1. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. Let me get to the actual list. So they talking about quarterbacks, running backs. Okay. This is according to Mel Kiper. I'm going about Mel Kiper's top running back, top 5. All right. So they got Love number 1. You're not getting him in the third round. Jadarian Price, you're probably not going to get him in the third round either. Now, when you talk about running back 3, running back 4, running back 5 on his list, you can get them in the third round possibly. Now, Mike Washington Jr., I heard some things about him. I got to look him up. Emmett Johnson from Nebraska, I heard some things about him. I got to do some more research on him. Now, the guy that I actually did some research on is number 5 on Mel Kiper's list, which I would love to get him in the draft. His Jonah Coleman out of Washington. No, he's not the fastest running back in this draft, but he plays fast on that football field. He might not run the fastest 40 time, but I'll tell you one thing, he runs fast on that field because that 40 time don't tell you everything. Ain't nobody trying to tackle you. Ain't nobody trying to get in your way. So it's easy to just run in a straight line. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
I already made the video. I made a short. It's difference between running a 40 with nobody trying to get in front of you and running on that football field and you still look fast, dodging and breaking tackles, etc., etc. Jonah Coleman, to me, would be there in the third round. And I would absolutely love if we happen to get him. Listen, when y'all get a chance, look up Jonah Coleman. Now let's go to Reed. He got Love, Price, Mike Washington, number 2. He has Jonah, number 4, and Emmett Johnson, number 5. All right, so Yates got Nicholas Singleton, number 5 from Penn State. Mike Washington Jr., number 4. Emmett Johnson, number 3. Price from Notre Dame, number 2. And Love, number 1. So everybody has Love, number 1. So that's just the number 1 guy. It's going to be very hard to get Love, but I ain't saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible. Matter of fact, let's go to wide receivers because, the Vikings need a wide receiver. I know it's not a big need, right? But it's a need, right? Because you lost Speedy Naylor, right, to the Raiders, I believe, right? So you're going to have to replace that. So in the third round, you might have to look at some of these wide receivers. I did some research on Denzel Boston out of Washington. I don't know why I keep on looking at Washington players, but he's not dropping to the third round. He's more of a first round, second round talent. But I love Denzel Boston out of Washington. I think he's like 6'5". He got hands. He's an end zone threat. He got 50-50 ball. He coming down with it. Speed, everything. Everything you can think of, this man is good. He's great route runner. He's one of them guys. They got Cornell Tate from Ohio State, number 1. Jordan Tyson, Arizona, number 2. Makai Lemon, USC, number 3. And this is from, according to Kiper. You know what I mean? Because on Miller, I don't know what Miller they talking about, but they got Lemon from USC, number 1. Cornell Tate, number 2. Jordan Tyson, number 3. Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana, number 4. And Denzel Boston, number 5. I love the fact that Denzel Boston is on all these lists. Besides, he's on everybody's list. So Denzel Boston really is one of them guys. Now let's get the tight ends. That's another potential need. What's his name? Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon's number 1. Joel Royer from Cincinnati's number 2. Dolan Bentley from Utah's number 3. And this is according to Kiper. Eli Rarridden from Notre Dame is number 4. Number 5 for Kiper, Marlon Klein from Michigan is number 5. Now let's go to Miller. So Kenyon Sadiq is number 1. Eli Stowers, is it Stowers or Stowers, is number 2. Max Clare from Ohio State is 3. Justin Jolly from North Carolina State is number 4. Michael Trigg from Baylor is number 5. By the way, I was listening to Skip Bayless, right? And Skip Bayless was talking. He said that Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt, he said, yo, bro, he more like a wide receiver playing as a tight end. He got hands, but he's not a good blocker. Excuse me, y'all. I'm about to get off in a little bit, y'all. I'm so thankful for everybody that's on this live stream with me, rocking with me. And sorry about the coughing, y'all. I'm still trying to get over this cold and my allergies is acting up. The weather's changing. Springtime is here. When this pollen starts coming, you know the vibes. If you have allergies and stuff, you understand where I'm coming from. But I apologize for all the coughing and all that. Dak Prescott had best wide receiver. Yes, he did. And listen, he did amazing with it. It'd be different. Yeah, he did amazing with it. Darnold won Super Bowl because of defense. It wasn't just defense, though, bro. Yes, big part was defense. But we got to think about this. When you win a Super Bowl, it's a complete team win. You know what I mean? You know, it's a team sport. You can't knock a guy for having a good defense. Just like you can't knock a defense when a quarterback puts the team on his back after the defense gave up a touchdown or a field goal and they drive all the way down the field and get it. You know what I mean? It's a team win. It's a team sport. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch up in the comments real quick because I know I'm behind. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott. I like that. Maxey needs to be healthy with VJ Edgecombe because they will together. Plus Kelly Oubre need to be healthy. Yeah, man. Everybody getting hurt, bro. Everybody getting hurt, bro. I'm in love. I'm in love with Emmett Johnson. Oh, he's a Minnesota native. Oh, wow. Same run style, combine numbers as Kamara. Wow. All-purpose leader, college. I really hope he lands with us. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I love running backs that can catch as well, of course, as run, right? Can he block? And maybe you can answer that question for me because I don't know. Can he block? Because I think that's a big deal as well. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. I'm about to get off in a little bit. We do go live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building right now. Appreciate you. Darnold will replace Murray. What about Aaron? Oh, okay. Hi, I'm a Bears fan. Is Greenard good? Hope you guys get the quarterback you want. Yeah, I think Greenard is a pretty darn good pass rusher. I feel like he just had a down season because of injury. Before that, he had a double-digit sack leader. He's very good at getting to the quarterback. I think he'll be great for y'all, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to hate at all. He'll be good for y'all. Hope the best for him. But not against the Vikings. If y'all play the Vikings, not against us, though. I had to check him out. Yeah, I'm going to have to check Bull out. Let me read that comment again, bro. You said his name, Emmett Johnson. I'm going to look him up. I'm going to remember it. You said JJ has Jefferson. Yup. Geno Smith to the Jets. That's funny. Then they're going to the stream. He was a sleeper, but bulky. Number 2, round 3. Yeah, if he drops to 3, I wouldn't mind getting him. Hey, listen, bro. I'm rocking with what you're saying, bro. I'm with you, bro. Raiders. Oh, we got a Raiders fan in the building. Shout out to the Raider fan. Shout out to every fan base that's in the building, man. Everybody in the building, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Excuse me. Yeah, hit the like button. Yup. He's been getting steam. Running back too. Yup. Oh, I already read these comments. What am I doing? Which is why I said only he falls to us. You're arguing your own point right now, bro. Oh, that's what you said? My bad, bro. Yeah, my bad. I read it wrong, bro. You're good. Yeah. If he falls to us all day, every day, you feel me? I would trade up a couple of spots, though. I really would. Minnesota can draft Mike Washington Jr. Talk to me about him. Will Anderson Jr. just another name add to that pass rusher list?
And by the way, this is my basketball channel. If y'all interested in basketball and baseball, go subscribe to my other channel right here. The channel that you're watching is my football channel. I got 2 YouTube channels. So if I'm not live on this channel, I'm probably live on another channel. If I'm not putting no things on here, most likely I am. I'm putting some stuff on the other channel as well. So Vikings don't need Murray. You think so? Hey, listen, we might not. It might be JJ McCarthy time. Who knows? Who knows? Hey, how's it going, bro? What's going on, Joseph? How you doing, bro? God bless to you, bro. God bless to everybody. Hey, yeah, I love Coleman, but Johnson has some special traits that you check him out, you'll really like him, man. Like Camaro. And yes, I'm gonna have to look him up, bro. I'm gonna have to look up Johnson, bro. I'm gonna have to look him up. Matter of fact, let me write his name down right now, bro. Let me write his name down so I don't forget. What is his name? Emmett Johnson. I'm gonna have to look him up. I might even make a video about him just because of you, bro. I might have to make a short about him after I'm done doing research. Raiders going crazy. Raiders did another move. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. What Adam talking about? What Adam talking about, bro? What Adam Schefter talking about? Oh, nothing yet. Yeah, Raiders been making moves all offseason. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying, bro. Low key could be decent. Right. Raiders going. Yeah. Hey, listen, they might be decent for real. They gotta establish that run game with Genty though. I'll watch film on Johnson. Sounds promising. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into him. You ain't lying. Yo, Skull Nation, what's going on, my brother? Skull, what's good to everybody? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. God bless everybody. I'm about to get off in about 5 minutes. Everybody that's in the building, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm your host, Mike Sports Vibes. We go live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. We're also going to be going live for primetime games as well, not all, but some. And we're going to have a lot of fun on this channel. Good vibes over bad vibes. We just going to enjoy each other's company. It's okay to agree to disagree with someone. Just keep it respectful in the comment. Everybody's welcome from every team. You know what I mean? I even got Green Bay Packer fans on this channel. I got every fan base you can name on this channel. I'm not even making that up. Everybody's welcome. Like I said, sports are designed to bring us together. There's a lot of evil going on around the whole entire world, and we just trying to bring some peace. We trying to bring good vibes and good energy over. Trey Greenard to the Eagles for a first or second. I love it. I want that first, but I'll settle for a second. And second is really good as well. So I'm cool with either one, bro. But if we get a second, bro, I'm asking for a fourth round pick on top of that. Just because we don't have a 4th round pick in this draft. I think we got like 2 3rd round picks. Then we got 2 3rd round picks. We don't got no 4th round pick. We go from 3rd to 5th and then 6th, 7th. Not too late. Shout out to Not Too Late. Skull. I'll check our other channel out. Ben, get into the yes, man. Check out my other channel. I will be going live for the playoffs. A team in the Western Conference. I love Ant-Man, by the way. A team in the Western Conference and a team in the Eastern Conference. I will be going live. Of course, the Sixers if they make it to the dang on playoffs, but I don't even know if the Sixers are gonna make the playoffs. I'm gonna get a lot more active on that channel, especially since the playoffs are here. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I've been kind of down on my not like like I gave up on the season, but my whole team is hurt, bro. Joel Embiid hurt, Tyrese Maxey hurt, my rookie VJ Edgecombe's hurt, Paul George got suspended. It's like, my goodness, 3 max players ain't playing. You can't even make this stuff up, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy what's happening with the Sixers right now, bro. Crazy. If Sixers continue to hurt, you can come cheer for the Yeah, I like Ant-Man. But they're more than likely disappoint like the Vikings. Nah, man, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Yeah, Ant-Man is that bull, man. I always say Ant-Man with the master plan. I love Ant-Man. I do play-by-plays. I got to get back into it a lot more. But yeah, check out my other channel. If y'all haven't already, this is my other YouTube channel, Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Trying to get to my first 800 subscribers. So if you haven't already, I'm going to just spam it a couple more times in the comments. And also, this channel is my Viking channel, my Sixer channel. I mean, my Viking channel. My bad. Oh, my gosh. This channel is my football channel. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. God bless to each and every one of y'all. Hopefully, y'all have a wonderful day. And, you know, I'm about to get off in a few minutes, but thank you so much for being on the live stream with me. This was a very fun live stream. I really enjoyed myself, man, talking to y'all. Besides all my coughing and all that, but excuse me. It's been fun, man. It's been fun. A fun live stream. We'll see if I go live like this, because I go live a lot taking like nature walks and getting my steps in. We probably go live like this probably tomorrow, depending on if Kyler Murray signs. If Kyler Murray signs, we will be live. We will be live on like this on my laptop. But I do tend to go on nature walks and go live. So, and it's usually like in the morning, get my steps in the morning. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. God bless to y'all. Again, be safe out there. Let me see who's in the chat real quick. The last couple of comments. But God bless to y'all. I will talk to y'all tomorrow sometime. And I will be putting some shorts out. You know what I mean? Probably sometime tonight. And definitely tomorrow. And I will be live sometime. But have a wonderful day, y'all. Until next time. Peace. Peace.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Yeah. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go. I really do this. I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man. Yeah. They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.